G'day all! I wanted to have this video done a few days ago, but work has been, well, strenuous to say the least. So, it's been over a week since like I've said before, the artards have got back into power. Then again, as we've all come to figure out, we didn't really have a choice in the matter, did we? Yeah, now that we've all but confirmed that every party is literally just co-opted by the same types of people. People who would prefer stagnation and bureaucracy over progress and triumph. And this is exemplified no better than in all the policies that were offered by the coalition and the Labour and Greens, and are going to be implemented by this Labour supermajority, who ironically have proven themselves already to be financially and economically illiterate. Big surprise there. Let's get things out of the way first off. Their policies are shit, and I mean utterly shit. It's all just a whole bunch of tax policies as well as wealth redistribution, not from the rich to the poor, but from the poor to the government. Make no mistake of that. Whenever they say, oh, they're going to put a tax on unrealized gains, or the increased tax on superannuation, note 3 words that are going to exist a lot of the time. The 2 words, except for, and the word but. There are going to be exemptions all across these policies, especially when it comes to financial redistribution. For instance, I could easily point out now when it comes to the super tax, there is going to be, let's just say, a lot of issues. That damn rooster, I swear. First off, how many people do we know have $3 million in their super? And this also bugs me to another degree because you've got a whole bunch of analysts taking this at face value with the whole inflation rate situation. Compound inflation, etc., and compound interest, which would accumulate more of us in Gen Z by the time we get into our 60s having 3 million. Has it not occurred to any of them now not to take these things at face value? They're not going to find much revenue out of those who have $3 million in their super, which are very few and far between. So make no mistake, they'll drop the threshold down to 2 million. Still probably not find that much more out of that, so they'll drop it down to 1 million. Probably find a little more, but still not enough for their reckless financial spending. They'll drop it down to 500,000. Then 250 grand. And they keep going until everyone, at the moment they're earning super, is paying extra in tax. It's the logical conclusion. It's the pragmatic conclusion. It's exactly what's happened before, and it will happen again. The unrealized gains whole situation when it comes to housing, well, I'm going to get to that when I start introducing more policy positions for the New Australia movement. Speaking of which, I could even say they're as shitty as my policy positions were last time round, they're infinitely better than what they're being offered at the moment. And I can admit, my policy positions ranged from mediocre to outright terrible. Half the time it was basically just thoughts straight off the top of my head and had nothing fleshing them out. I am going to make better versions of most of them, as well as take a few out because, let's just say, we don't want to get into a gauge of financial frauds, do we? So, yeah. Along the coming weeks, months, etc., I'm going to explain what their policy positions are, how terrible they actually are, because you can't take them at face value. You shouldn't. And explain what the New Australian Movement's policy alternatives are going to be in comparison. Better fleshed out, and I'm going to have to make the, let's just say, horrible desire that I tried to avoid last time. I'm going to have to write them out in detail too. I'm going to have to make scripts of these policies, which I'll hopefully share on Telegram as well as other social media platforms that I still have access to. The other reason why I'd have to make scripts is to keep myself from running on a tangent or repeating myself, or just losing my own train of thought, which, as many people could attest to when they were watching the older videos, is a common occurrence. Lastly, for the New Australia movement, I want to do more of those in-person ask me anything kind of things. Like I tried to do back in 2023 when I was just arranging sort of meetings in Forest Chase in Perth. I want to see if I can do more of that, and this time proper. See if I can get more people to attend as well. This is not going to be a movement to make another political party. Goodness knows we have enough of those already. And the party-based system is already corrupted to its core. Take your guess as to where I'm going with this, because it's a rising sentiment across Australia. So until I come back with the first policy position, I'll see you all later. Cheery!